Hang on,
Well,
Jerome.
this isn't all about you, Jerome. I know you're a guest, but we've just got here, okay? Let us have our little talk first. Yeah.
Dear. Well, hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dan and the Doctor, where the best-looking man and most intelligent man on the eastern seaboard of Australia has a chat with his friend, the Doctor from the Central Coast. And today we have the one and only Jerome Laxale with us today, former Mayor of Ryde and the current federal member for Bennelong. Great to have you, Jerome.
It's great to be here. It's really, hopefully, just going to be, 30 minutes of talking absolute rubbish.
It is, and actually, can I just put a quick disclaimer to the viewers out there? I am sweating a little bit. I was in the gym this morning. I used to have a six-pack, and now I have a twin tub, and I'm finally deciding to do something about that. So, Jerome,
Yeah.
welcome to the show. Now,
Sorry. How many times did you practice that?
it's just falling out. It's just falling out.
Your twin tub, though. It's a nice looking twin tub.
Mate, it's got to retract. It's got to go in.
Looks a bit better than my blim.
Got a wedge shred, mate. Got to look good in my suit.
Now that we're on the wedding thing straight away, we'll just hold Jerome for a second.
Yeah, that's all right.
How is the no carbs going? Because weren't you on a carb-free? Wasn't you getting
Yes.
put on a carb-free diet and also dropping the sugars?
Yeah, look, I'm going to give you a real political answer here. It's actually, you know what? No, I'm just going to go straight to the point. It's not going well. I was meant to be off. I was meant to be off the Diet Coke and off the carbs and off the fried and just off food generally. But no, it's not great.
Do you want me to go? Like, these guys are pretty
And
good
how-
at standing tell the thing.
Easy, Jerome. Hang on, Jerome.
Well,
Jerome.
this isn't all about you, Jerome. I know you're a guest, but we've just got here, okay? Let us have our little talk first. Yeah.
Dear.
Catch up.
But no, it's going to be good next week. You know, all diets start Monday, ADSM, and this Monday coming is no different. So, yes. Sorry, back to
No,
you.
it's fine.
Sorry, Jerome.
Please.
Sorry, Jerome.
Yeah.
So, Jerome, one question we really like to ask everyone is, why did you get into politics and why are you in the building?
Yeah.
And we want the uncensored version. We don't want any sort of hoopla or
Yeah,
anything like that.
no hoopla. I mean, us, it's a lot. I don't know. I just like helping people. I know it sounds really cliched and boring, but that does. There's nothing that I like more in this job when someone reaches out to you with a problem and you can help fix it, right? Like it's the basics of what we do. And as you mentioned, I was on council, so I was doing that for 10 years, from potholes to roundabouts to helping small businesses through the pandemic. Like, yeah, that's why I do it.
Yeah. Did someone help you pick out those glasses, or
No, you know what?
was that a personal choice?
I've wanted clear glasses.
Laxale by Laxale.
From when they first came out. I'm just like, yep, these are great. And I put them on and everyone was like, nah, they look terrible. They don't look good on you. And then just one year I was like,
Well,
stuff
out of
it. I'm just
everyone in the
gonna grab-
Australian Parliament, they suit you. So
But then bloody Dom Perrottet copied me, and then I started getting like doppelgangered with Dom Perrottet, who is
you were doing-
famously not a Labor politician.
well, you are 100 feet tall, so there is that to consider as well.
Not a slender.
We have had a couple of photos together with Dom as well. I remember taking some with you
Yeah,
and Dom.
that's
and
right,
there is a
yeah.
resemblance there. Without the glass, there is a little bit of a resemblance.
So you had a photo with Dominic Perrottet and Jerome.
Yes, the three of us got one, and then
Did
I
they look
got
like
one
your
of those
children?
two
Did they
together.
look like your children in height and then
I was just like this. Good boys. Good boys.
Physical resemblance, not an ideological one. Let's just put it that way. But Dom's a nice guy.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
His
And he wears-
electorate office is like 100 metres from my office. So
right.
sometimes people are like, hey, Dom, as I walk in. I'm just
And
like,
he's the only other person in Australia to wear clear glasses. So there's something
the only one.
So
Yeah, the only
you mean
one.
Laxale by Laxale? So I think we're going to start something here. You are a very stylish man, you know that. Probably one of the most stylish in the Parliament. I see you get up there making a speech. It's all colour. It's great.
It's all, oh, thanks. My mum would be proud. She always dressed me up to like, you know, those weird horror movies where kids are like dressed up in like matching shoes and like suits and all that stuff. I was one of those kids.
Yeah,
and,
right.
It probably shows.
Like my nan says, always dress up, never dress down.
That's right.
So was your mum a snazzy dresser?
Yeah, and she always said, you know, it doesn't hurt anyone if you're overdressed. So not that I'm overdressed, but I just like, I don't know. And I get all my stuff from the local tailor. So I go to the local tailor. I'm like, Top Ride tailor up at Ryde, and I
quick
walk
business
in,
plug. Yep.
and I'm just like, I need a new set of ties. And then we go through. He just picks out 6 for me, and they all look good. So
your
I can't
ties,
take all
man.
credit for it.
Like your hunter ties.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Got to look
gotta go
after
local.
the local people, don't
Yeah.
you?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Theo and Ted, little plug. So make sure. Lovely tie producer from Greta, does great ties, and make sure you get onto them. So, and we have spoken a lot about your style, right?
Righto.
And you're a handsome man compared to the good old doctor and I, and one of the more handsome when in the Parliament. How do you keep that hair looking as fine as it is? Because we know that you've worked with the hair production a little bit in your past.
That's right.
So well brushed. So well brushed.
And I have on good authority that you are booked in every 5 weeks, without a doubt, for a haircut.
Yeah, it's in the diary.
And a dye as well. Is there a bit of a touch up with the top there?
No dye. Well, look, your hair is your head suit, right? So you got to like, it's got to look good at all times. Your hair is your head suit.
Excellent.
So, as you said, my dad started a small business back in the 80s. He sold hairdressing products, and so I did a bit of that for 10 years, sort of inside. I wasn't out cutting hair and all that stuff, but I sort of ran the business, got to, surround myself with people who looked after their hair, so I thought I'd do it as well. So, I go to see George down at Lush Looks at North Ryde.
You do look luscious.
George, whatever you're doing, George, you are doing a smashing job.
Yeah, he
Look
looks
at it.
great.
He's just fine.
I also have a
quality.
campaign manager that's like, you have to look like your core flute all the time. You can't change. It's got to be the same. So I do it. Yeah, it's in the diary every 5 weeks. Our diaries are busy. You got to fit in.
But you got to get to Lush Looks.
You got to get to Lush Looks.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
And so what tips do you have? I have a little bit of hair around my head and face, obviously.
Yeah.
What tips do you got for me to keep working on this?
Mate, I think you're looking sharp. I don't think you need
He's
any
the
of my
specimen,
support.
isn't he?
Yeah,
He
it's looking good. You got, it's been cut recently, I would imagine.
up, yeah.
No, it looks great. You do you, Dan, right? Like you
tight.
do you.
Thank you.
You don't need styling tips from me, mate. You got it all sorted. So, well, can't say the same for you, Gordon, but
You're a bastard. You're a bastard, Jerome Laxale.
You need to be honest. I have your haircuts booked in the diary every 5 weeks.
Yeah, no.
Oh, me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, the upkeep and uptake on this rig requires a lot of maintenance, and that is a 5-weekly haircut with the mighty Cherie doing the snip, and it's good.
And you may as well give her a plug as well. So.
Yeah, Cherie Pulley over at Davistown, great hairdresser. Yeah. And she knows how to make it work. It's not looking too good right now after the
we're on week 4, are we?
After the old exercise.
Yeah, okay,
and
right.
I think we're on week 4 or 5 now. So we're off for a haircut soon. But
that's very good.
Yes.
Because we've all given a plug to our hairdressers, I may as well give one to my barber because I don't use a hairdresser.
Okay.
So thanks to Brains and at Antonio's and the Hairy Scotsman. Thank you for all you guys do to keep this bad boy working.
Hairy Scotsman. I love it.
Cheers, guys.
Lush Looks, the Hairy Scotsman. What's yours?
Yeah, so Cherie Pulley cuts my hair, and absolutely amazing. Does it in the salon over at Davistown. Love it.
Ripper.
Does the hair wash too. I kind of like the head massage bit. Yeah, I don't get that very often.
Cherie, thank you for what you do to him because it brings an absolute joy to my day and everyone else's day here in Parliament when he comes in looking like this.
But there's some cracking hairdos in Parliament,
Oh,
like
Sam
Ray, Josh Burns.
Do you remember when they had to adjust the camera for Sam because his hair was getting cut off from the
Yeah,
camera
he's got
line?
some good volume in there.
Yeah,
a lot of people looking after the hair. You need to. It's important.
Got it.
It's your head suit.
It's your head suit. But that's going to work its way into a speech in that chamber. And I know where it's been targeted and where it's going.
I get a lot of comments around the beard,
Yeah.
especially from a couple of my staff members.
Yeah.
No one in particular, Chad. About that I need to trim my beard back.
Yeah.
So I look like my core flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel he's really bringing me down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Well, over Christmas, I usually just don't shave like most of us, and I had the full beard. Then as I was shaving it down, I got the handlebar moustache.
Did you say the full beard?
Not
Dan,
the
thoughts
full.
on the comment of full beard?
Well, for me,
Tell me about that.
Just a little bit of stubble it was.
Bit of
But
stubble,
it was a
yeah.
nice
Stubble.
chop, a nice
looked
chop
good.
of mow. You
Yeah, I
had
had
to
like
work
that.
then the
That was
chocolate
nice.
mow, and then the little mow as well. So,
What did Joe think of that?
Joe actually likes beards. And
Oh, no, the moustache.
Oh, right, no, she didn't like moustache.
Didn't like
That was
moustache.
terrible.
Straight off?
Straight off.
Did
Just
you do
no,
like a
get
half
it.
half, like shave half of it off, walk out? I've done that before. Shave half the face,
I did
walk
not
out.
do that.
Shaylee
But
loves
the
it.
handlebar got the most positive feedback. So maybe we'll bring
Look
the slug.
You could bring the slug in for Movember.
Yeah, I
you
could.
pull it off.
Yeah.
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 Takes a while to grow though. Like for me.
Just start a few weeks earlier.
Yeah. Octmova.
Octmova. Just don't put your head out while you're driving.
Yeah.
Bit of milk on there so the cat can lick it off.
It's good. This is like 9 out of 10 on the like gibberish scale. I like it. It's
Oh,
good.
mate, this is high quality journalism from Dan and I right here. So one thing that we like to talk about as well is food.
Yeah.
Right? People know of my tin chicken obsession.
Yeah.
It's easy, it's efficient, it's unique.
Yeah.
And you can also have a honey mustard alternative, which I absolutely love. Dan eats
full on.
everything.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's your number one favourite food? Why and where?
So I love Korean barbecue. I think that's just like a taste sensation. And
Taste sensation.
very lucky in Bennelong to have a really large and vibrant Korean Australian community. And so you go there, you've got your you get your plate of uncooked meat and all these little sort of sides, and you cook the meat on the hot plate in front of you. Kids love it because they just, get to play with fire and stuff, which is great. Over a meal.
We recommend that everyone
yeah.
too. Kids play with fire, yeah.
Hot coals, fire, butane, like what's not to like about it, right? And then, you just cook the meat in front of you. It's, good atmosphere, really tasty food and the sauces. And
Beer's not too bad either.
Beer's great.
Nice and cold.
Beer's great. And most of them also do fried chicken. So it's just like meat,
man,
fried chicken, beer, a little bit of veggies. What's not to like about it? It's
Our
good.
Friday night.
That sounds like a good
It's
night.
a really good night out. And when you come into Eastwood and Bennelong, happy to take you out to one of those because it's just, I don't know, I just find it a good night. It's good.
Oh well,
That's my favourite food.
when we're on the way down south from the Hunter and the best place on earth, we'll drop by Bennelong. Get us some Korean fried chicken.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They call it chimek.
Chimek.
Chicken
Chimek.
and beer.
Nice.
It's like it's a thing.
Yeah,
Chicken and
okay.
beer. So
I can
can't
get
go wrong
around
with
that.
that.
I can
Can't go wrong
definitely
with
get
that.
around
And
that.
what's the best thing in the Korean barbecue? Is it the fried chicken?
The fried chicken's like a good side, right? But they do wagyu, they do like, marinated chicken, marinated pork, and you just cook it in front of you. It's just ace. Really good meat, and really good chicken.
Yeah, nice.
What's not to
We'll
love?
have to give that a go for sure.
Last time we were here, did I talk about the night shift roll with the Vegemite and the chips? Have I already talked about
I
that?
think that has came up before, the Vegemite roll.
It's already come up. So one thing that I used to do when I was on night shift in the hospital, and this is like culinary class and expertise at its finest.
Yeah.
All you need is bread, a few other things in a microwave.
Yeah.
And the microwave is optional at this point. So you get a bread roll and you put a bit of cheese on it and you get some chips as well, and you get some Vegemite in there as well, and put
like
some
hot
more
chips
cheese.
or crisps?
Hot chips.
Yeah,
Hot chips.
right.
Get some more cheese on top. Chuck it in the microwave, and it's like a nighttime mini burrito bread roll. It's beautiful.
You do that, I'll
Yeah.
do cream
You
barbecue.
could be you should have been working for Baker's Delight, buddy.
Oh, mate, I know one of those TV chefs.
That's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
whisking and all that sort of gear. Yeah.
Buy one, get two free.
Yeah, all that.
We also got amazing like banh mi's, and this is what I want to challenge.
banh mi's.
Challenge both you to come down. There's like at least 4 world-class banh mi. What are they? Sandwich bars in Bennelong, and they are like very, very good. So we'll go. I've got it all planned out. We'll go buy one at each, and we can taste it, and you can all give us your review. You got to do that.
Yeah, we'll definitely be in for
Yeah.
that. I'm very keen for that. But then you'll be able to come to the Hunter
Yeah.
and not only have the world's best wine,
Yeah.
but the world's best banh mi
There
from
you
Branksome
go.
Bakery. It is
Yeah.
divine.
Banh mi in one hand, bottle in the other.
Depends how you drink it or eat it.
Thank you, Dan.
How do you drink it?
Usually out of a glass because I'm a little bit cultured in the Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know about the
Easy
people
now.
in Bennelong.
Yeah. Excellent.
So you drive a Tesla,
I do.
is that right? And
do.
it can drive itself.
It can.
It can.
Yeah.
So do you not have the cerebral capacity to operate a vehicle? That's what I wanted to say.
At the end of a sitting fortnight, no, I don't.
No.
Yeah, so it sort of guides me down the Hume, which is handy on a late Thursday night. Yeah, it works.
The blue bullet.
The blue bullet.
blue bullet.
The blue bullet. Yeah, no, very lucky to have an electric vehicle that works well for me.
And what do you like best about it?
What do I like? I mean, obviously, they're really different cars to drive. Like acceleration's good. I also feel really smug when I drive it. Just That's what I really
suit
love
your
about
style.
it.
We
It's
know
like,
that.
I
That's what
get
you're
in there,
saying.
I'm like, gee, I feel so woke today. This is great. I love it.
Between the Tesla and the glasses,
Yeah.
you've got it all covered.
I just went for like dial up the woke, get me an electric vehicle. No, I don't know. Like it's emissions free. It's cool. I can charge it at home. It's
cool.
Really cheaply. It's where transport's going, and I'm very lucky to be an early adopter.
Good stuff. And there's many, many more getting around. We're seeing a lot of them in the Hunter as well.
Yeah.
There is plenty getting around. Obviously, we have a lot of tourists come up, and plenty of charging stations around the hotels and all the vineyards as well now.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Lots more work to do though from all levels of government for charging, and just ensuring that people can have access to them, particularly over the holidays. You see those photos of queues at chargers and stuff like that. So there's a bit of work to do, but for a lot of people, making the switch to EV will eventually happen. But also for some people, it won't work, right? So it's important that we as a government or any government has policies that can make all cars available.
I agree with all of that. It's getting way too political for this show. So we're just going to
let's just
shift
go.
a moment. We're just gonna
not a political show,
The
remember?
car goes brrr.
I like that. I like that.
So a couple of other little things we found out about you. You have a bit of an obsession with Diet Coke, is what we hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I choose, so in order of Coke preference, it's Diet Coke, Coke Zero. I don't go the full strength, actually.
I'm not going to judge you on this conversation. This
Yeah.
is all Dan. This is all Dan.
I don't think Gordon needs to talk on this one.
No. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to be quiet for a while.
So, but there's an real odd thing that I heard that you have to have fresh Coke.
Yeah, it's got to be fresh. So I always buy cans because that's in a nice little consumable amount.
Like a 2024 vintage, is that what you're talking about? Or
Yeah.
are you like, it's kind of a can from the
under the can.
1980s?
Yeah,
looks like
says,
the
what
can,
is it?
yeah. What batch is this one? Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah,
You
it's fresh.
gargle and swirl it?
I like the little. I don't like the big 2-litre bottles because it goes flat, it loses its vibrance.
Everybody's got a Diet Coke sommelier right here. Employ him in the Hunter.
Yeah.
He's get a job there.
And what kind of Coke would you like, sir?
Yeah. 2024 DC. Yeah.
Cold, crisp.
Cold, crisp. Yeah, it's got to be fresh. So always buy cans.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't mind a nice, cool can of Coke.
Yeah.
I'm a big Coke fan of normal Coke.
Okay.
I'm just starting to try and get over to that Coke Zero just to help my waistline a little.
Yeah,
Do
right.
you need to do nothing, Daniel?
Yeah. I
I
actually
said
don't know
before,
if it
you are the
does. I don't know.
specimen.
I'm just used to the taste, further taste. But give it a
Yeah,
go.
okay.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Give it a
Have
go.
crack.
And thank you for your nice commentary there, Gordon. You're a good doctor.
Oh,
I wish
thank you,
my
mate.
doctor would tell me the same things you just said.
Shout out to Dan's doctor, who is doing his best to save his life.
Thanks to Dr. Forashiri.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And what about we hear you bring a lunchbox to work every day?
I do. So first 6 months here, I was going to the trough and the canteen here, and then I was realising that I was spending
Sorry for the viewers. The trough is the staff cafeteria here in Parliament House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just realised I was spending way too much. So all my life decisions, I outsourced this in my social media and said, how can I cook for the week? And then, got a couple of hints and tips. So Sunday night, I whack a couple of pieces of chicken in the air fryer at home, put them in the fridge, bring them down here, have my own
Chicken in
little
the
meal.
air fryer.
Chicken in the air fryer.
To save all of those steps, you can actually buy it in a tin.
I don't put the tin in the air fryer.
Obviously. Obviously, Jerome. You can stack them here at work.
I'm against, I'm just going to say, I gave it a go. I gave the chicken
gave it a
in a
go?
can a go. Don't
Yeah?
like it.
Don't like it? No, that makes me
I'm
sad.
with you, Jerome.
Yeah,
I'm with
I
you.
gave it a go. Don't like
Normal people don't like chicken in a can. That's why
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine it's a high seller.
Well, it is when I'm buying it.
it. Yeah.
Don't
you
need
like
anything
I
else.
see him coming in.
Don't need anything else.
Send him to the chicken in a can aisle.
Your lunchbox, is it a tin one with Spot goes to school on it, or is it?
Peppa Pig one.
Peppa Pig.
Yeah, Bluey. No, it's a little. Actually, I just got an upgraded lunchbox. I found one in a junk pile outside someone's house, so we cleaned it up.
Well, I'm not going to say that we all haven't done it.
Yeah.
No. So what you are consuming to put in your body came out of a pile of rubbish. I just want to...
I'm not eating the lunchbox. It's
Obviously.
it's like this esky. It's really cool, actually. It's
Yeah,
got
an
a
esky.
space for an ice brick, like little single lunch bag. So yeah, put it in the back of the car, drive down. I'm lucky enough to drive here from Bennelong. So
One full charge here?
Yes, it can. In summer, it gets down here with about 10% left. In winter, 2 or 3%. But I stop on the way down for a pie at Heatherbrae's. The Heatherbrae's pies at Exeter. So they've got a charger there. Stop, grab a coffee, and then...
Shout out to Heather Bray Pie. Oh,
and in
and
about the 5 minutes that
Beautiful.
I'm getting a pie and a coffee, it charges up enough. So it's good.
They are a good pie there. And I've stopped there a couple of times following you and another colleague that we have in this place.
Yes.
And had to pick up a bag a couple of times on the way.
But yeah, we've got one of those at Arimba now too. Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, you come off the freeway, Heather Bray Pie right there.
Oh, we'll have to have a look. We might have a look on our way down one time. We've been there. Oh, okay. All right, we'll go again then.
Are you all right?
Just until Gordon Williams elected.
Yeah.
Also, good thing it's not my election.
Or Emma. Yes.
Yeah.
We don't like to announce when we're on the Central Coast.
Oh.
Central Coast are rarely memorable.
Shots fired.
I
Shots
thought
fired.
that's where culture goes to die, but that was even better.
Give me a break. Some, yes,
Absolutely.
from the cheap seats. Some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, can I just say? Oh. What is this? What is this
We're
here?
getting heckled.
Oh,
This
it's
is
the-
great. I
the
love
gate-
it.
Gateway to the north.
Newcastle and up.
Yeah.
It's the gateway to the north after you get out of the bustling metropolis that is wherever wherever he lives. So I'm going to just get defensive now.
The
So
big smoke. The big smoke.
anyway, cool
And
heads
if
will
you can
prevail.
see this, so we'll probably cut this out, but in case we don't, Gordon's teed up right now.
Yeah.
I will remain strong for my electorate and my people. So you've got a partner, Joe.
Yep.
Yep. And you're definitely batting,
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about Joe.
Jo is amazing. She does a lot of work in the community and the environment space. So our values align there. But yeah, she's just really great, good partner to have for this really weird job that we've got. We're lucky enough that she sometimes gets to come down to Canberra, so spend the week here with me. She does really good work to help people, people that want to reduce their emissions, reduce their carbon footprint, change their habits. Jo sort of helps communities do that and change. It's good work. She does it well.
And can she speak French as well?
No, she can't
you
speak
can?
French. She can't
Viewers, he
speak-
can speak French. Give us some French.
Give us some phrases.
Serenade us.
Serenade. What do you want me to say? Like, why don't I say?
Gordon, you have beautiful hair.
Gordon, votre cheveux est très belle.
He makes my heart
Melting
flutter.
my heart, yeah.
Melted me like
I
butter on a
thought-
baguette.
I forgot butter on a baguette. Yeah, that's what I should have said. No, look, it's my first language was French, but I've forgotten a lot. I need to go back over there
Yeah.
and just immerse myself in the culture.
You chair a parliamentary friends of
Yeah.
France, so you have a good reason to go there. You've got a new French ambassador coming.
Yeah.
So, which is good. We'll meet him in the near future,
That's
or we've
right.
already met him.
Already met
Depends on when this air goes to air.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that'll be exciting, and
Yeah.
you should join the Parliamentary Friends of France.
I'm
It
in
is
it.
fantastic.
I'm in it. I'm in it, Daniel.
You're in
It's a
it? You signed
fantastic
up?
group
I'm
to
in
be
it.
part of.
Excellent.
I'm there.
Excellent. Good on you.
Thank you, Jerome.
You can have snails in a can next week instead of chicken in a can.
Can you get snails in a can? Can you?
Surely.
I had the snails once. They're a bit salty, big,
Garlicky.
yeah, garlicky.
It's a bit grainy, to be honest, as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found it grainy.
Dan's there looking for snails in
I
the
was
backyard.
4 when I had them. But
Yeah. Bit gritty. Yeah. Yeah. You were eating the shell, weren't you, mate?
I needed to have a clean out.
Yeah.
It's roughage at the end of
That's
the day. isn't it?
roughage,
It's roughage at
exactly
the end of the
right.
day.
Just
yeah.
like having chia seeds.
Oh, to our viewers, don't eat snails off the straight out of the garden, please.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Picturing Dan eating snails off leaves.
The last 10 years,
Yeah.
you've had been pretty superstitious as well around what socks you wear for elections. Is that right?
Yep. I've got some lucky red socks that I wear on election day. They only are worn on election day. I don't wear them outside of that. And yeah, it's just a little superstition.
You wash
that I
them,
picked up.
or have
Do
they
I
not
wash
been
them?
washed? Have they not been washed out of every election you've had?
8 hours standing up on election day. So I just wear that. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But
Makes you feel good though.
yeah, it's just like, it's election day today.
Do you only stand
on
up?
the red socks.
Do you only stand up for 8 hours on election day? Jeez,
Maybe a bit more than that. I didn't do my math.
longest day of my life to date.
Yeah, it's.
What socks you got on now?
I just
I
black
think
ones,
I've
mate.
got. Hang on. Look at
they're
that.
nice
That's
ones.
some C3PO right there.
Oh, there
You
you
like
go.
that?
Very good.
There you
If
go.
I was flexible enough to get my sock in the view, I would.
Yeah.
But I'm not
back
a
to the gym,
gymnast.
mate.
I am
Yeah.
definitely not a gymnast. Back to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Dan? Are you
Mine
got
are
any
just
lucky?
boring socks. I do have lucky socks actually.
Yeah.
For
I
elections?
wear socks shooting. I got rainbow socks that I wear shooting that
I've
my
seen
lovely
those
wife
socks.
brought me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wear them when I'm going to bigger competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, very good.
just a nice thing to.
Yeah, got to wear your lucky socks on game day, mate.
You do. You certainly do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got my red ones. They're
Fair
good.
enough. I always found you make your own luck in this world.
Sure. Thanks, Dad.
So we'll talk a bit about sport.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of the Western Sydney Wanderers.
Cut that out.
That's staying for sure. So who do you go for?
Now, I go for Sydney FC, right? And I grew up in Western Sydney. I went to school in Western Sydney. I had a business in Western Sydney, but the first team.
So you go for the Western Sydney Wanderers. You
What?
think, but
You are not
but
loyal
you're
to
not
your
loyal
team.
to your team.
The first team that got set up in the A-League in 2006 in Sydney was Sydney FC, right? The only team in Sydney at the time. So I've been a season ticket holder at Sydney FC since 2005 or 2006, or that is. So that's a long time. Then the Wanderers came in, and it was a real dilemma. I'm like, who do I go for? And you can't change teams. I'm sorry, you can't
I'm
change
with you. I
teams.
fully agree with you on this
You
one,
can't change
Jerome.
teams. So
did
it
Sydney
just so happens that Sydney FC, is much more successful than the Western Sydney Wanderers.
So you're saying Western Sydney Wanderers are no good?
I think the stats speak for themselves, mate.
Jeez. You're not at a press conference, mate.
This is not meant to be political, but it's a very political answer.
So last.
Definitely, and it's really weird because Bennelong is like the meeting point of the Wanderers and Sydney FC. Sydney FC are based in Bennelong. They've got a new amazing $5 million centre of excellence where they do all their training and stuff like that. But then you go to the West Ryde Rovers, and they basically work hand in hand with the Western Sydney Wanderers. So look, I just want to see football go to its rightful place in Australian sport and get it, go really well.
I like soccer too.
I look,
Just chucking that in there.
I go to rugby league games, I go to soccer games, I go to cricket. I love it all. I'm a big fan of sports, but soccer's my game.
How did Sydney FC go against the Central Coast Mariners last year?
Yeah, no good, mate.
Yeah,
No
no.
good. I was at that grand final. It was a cracking
know.
game. I was
I know,
going
I
for the
know.
Mariners too.
Oh, so every day of the week.
Yeah, that was
Day
a
or
great.
night.
That was a great game. It was a great game.
Let's go the Jets.
Do you like
Yeah.
soccer? Oh, the Jets. Kingdom
Been
Newcastle.
a bit of a rougher season so far this year, but
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
close season with
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
So whether you're down the bottom of the ladder or the top of the ladder,
Yeah.
with a few wins, you'll get back up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very close. And we play a bit of soccer here.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear you've got something called the Canavan Toe.
Yeah.
What is the Canavan
You
Toe?
really want to bring up my
Yeah,
feet?
we
on
do
this-
want to
on
bring
this
up your
Of
feet
course
on
I do.
this- on this
Can you take your
podcast.
shoes off for it?
Your
No,
girls
it's-
call it the
it's
Canavan
healed now.
Toe.
It's healed now. So, couple games in, Matt Canavan, senator from Queensland, your mate actually, your great mate Matt Canavan, plays soccer. He's actually really good. One day left a boot in, stamped the toe, and I thought, oh, that's a bit spicy. Got home, just completely black, right? The toe's totally black. And my kids get home, take shoes off, relax, and they're like, ew, Dad, what's that? Your toe's all black. And then, the nail fell off and all that stuff. So they started calling the Canavan because Matt Canavan stubbed my toe. Stamped on my toe, I gotta say.
Jeez.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Spicy in and out of the chain.
So it's called the Canavan, but it's all healed now.
And is he a rough player, Canavan, or is he not too bad?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was rough. It's fair game.
Fair enough.
That would have been a
what
foul,
about when Graham Perrott plays? Is that all fair game? Just ask the press.
Oh, Perrott! Wow, you can see Perrott coming. He slides from 3-4 meters out from you and takes you out. It's great, actually. I'm surprised not more people have been injured from Perrott. He goes in, studs up way too often.
Sounds like Paddy Conroy in the rugby games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Conroy plays basketball
Yeah.
like he plays rugby.
Yeah, elbows
Yeah,
out,
yes.
elbows out. a
No
bit of a
skill
tackle.
either.
Yeah.
No skill in either, so it doesn't matter.
But doing sport, here's one of the it's really fun in the mornings. Like you get to meet other staffers, other MPs, and it keeps me sane.
It certainly is good. I love playing basketball here.
Yeah.
when we can, and it's a good thing to be part of.
Very good.
Yes.
What do you do, Gordy?
So I'm in the rugby team,
Yeah.
and when I played my first game of rugby for the, I think they're called the Golden Wombats, I got a call from the bloke that organises it, and he said, "Oh, Gordon, we heard you played rugby. Can you come play for us?" Like,
Yeah.
I hadn't played rugby in 10 years at that point. I
Yeah.
thought, yeah, why not? I'm still, the athlete that I used to be when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
So took to the field. Second row, blindside flanker, number 8, tight head prop, gave it all a crack. I did not realise that we were playing the Pacific Island Warriors
Right.
in full contact.
Yeah.
So my first game of rugby in 10 years,
Yeah.
we won the game,
Yeah.
but I couldn't walk for 4 days. And I actually had dinner with the Prime Minister that night.
Oh, right.
And walked in like I'd been crushed. So it wasn't one of my finest moments in my
Yeah,
parliamentary
right.
career, but
Yeah.
no, I do love a good game of rugby.
Yeah. Good. No, it's good fun.
Sport brings Australians together.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Put that on a T-shirt, Daniel. I'll
We
wear
should.
it.
We could do that.
But yeah, go
of that,
out and
Jack.
see A-League game. A-League Women's is having a
Yep.
great season
Yep.
after the Women's World Cup. So it's great for it's affordable, great for the kids. Go out and see the Jets or the Mariners, Sydney FC, but not the
Western
Wanderers.
Sydney Wanderers,
Yeah,
his second team.
Yeah.
we'll tell them that.
And just before we wrap up here,
Yep.
so we asked this question of our guests: Hunter or Central Coast? Where would you choose to go? And I already
what?
know to go and just
To
the better
exist.
place. Where would you like to be? I think I already know the answer to this.
I
because
know-
you're
I know
a
the
man of fine wine,
Yeah.
a man of the fine.
He's a man
things
of
in life.
he's a man of loyalty, and he enjoys a good, relaxing time.
Sorry, Gordon. I'm going to say
Good Lord.
the Hunter.
We're up again, people.
When I go,
Absolutely ridiculous.
when I go to beaches,
we
I go to the
share
south
a
coast.
border.
Right? So I go to the south coast, the beaches. I'll go to the Hunter for wine.
Half of your population of your electorate is now on the Central Coast. They clearly love it. They clearly love it.
You know why they love it? Because they haven't ventured up to the Hunter yet.
Like I said, the gateway to the north. The gateway to the north. Oh, dear. Well, look, Jerome, thank you very much for being on the show, talking all things about everything, and being with us today.
Thank you.
Anything you'd like to add at the end now, just that we got the last credits going?
No, I got nothing.
Pretty,
I'm out.
He's spent.
I'm
He's
spent.
spent.
This is an intellectual mountain to climb.
What are you going to say, intellectual drain there? It's like, get out. Get out.
it's a pretty unprofessional unit we run here.
It was good fun. I reckon you should absolutely continue. This is great. Listen, smash that subscribe button, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Remember, don't worry about the way I look. We're here for Gordon
Yeah.
and the guests. So,
And with that, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
cheers all.